Live! Hello! Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to C&C in Conversation. That's the other C tonight.
We introed it. We did it.
We did it. I know. We usually don't get to that till about, 10 minutes in, something like that.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, yeah, we should tell them.
Oh, we should tell people what the name of the show is. But it is on the thing. So,
yeah.
See, the opposite thing really drives me nuts. There it is. For me, anyway.
If you don't know what the C&C stands for, it's Crissy and Claudia.
Crissy and Claudia. God damn this, I can't get a handle on the opposite thing still.
But for a dancer, it's great because when I teach, I always have to say, well, we're going to start with our right. And I use my left hand, so the
right. Oh, yeah. I couldn't do it.
But if I'm on set, this has happened. If I'm on set and like a director was like, can you move a little to your left? I'll always move to the right first. It's like, oh, no. He said left.
Yeah. Well, there's also like, do you mean house left or stage left?
Yes, that too. Oh,
because we're nerds that way.
We're nerds.
That's right.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, I hope everybody had a very nice, safe holiday. It was kind of a bummer for a lot of people, I know, because you couldn't be with family. But such are the times, right?
I was saying this to you guys on our little text thread. It wasn't as much of a bummer for me because I feel like we're all having to deal with this. We're all, having to stay at home and be with like our pods or whatever. And that's it. So it wasn't as disappointing as say like a Thanksgiving in my 20s when I first moved out here and I'm by myself and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just, drive through somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like we're all having to do this. So
it is made harder by the fact that, perhaps some of the family of my family was still cool with getting together, but the other half wasn't. So it was made it a little, but we it was actually nice. We put them on, we have a portal. So if you don't know what a portal is, it's basically the Facebook version version of the Alexa, the Google show, right? Is that what it would be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the Echo show.
Yeah.
Which is basically like a video chatting thing, but you do it through, you go through Facebook, but it's a great camera thing that we were able to attach on top of the TV. And then we had my family on the TV while we ate dinner. We all ate dinner together. So it kind of felt like we were still there because I was, sort of getting the same view. And so that was good. Yeah. So that was nice. So there's ways to do things now.
Yeah. Did a similar thing with my family. I set up a Zoom for everyone and they're all in Dallas or Utah, like everybody's kind of everywhere. And so while I was cooking my dinner, I had my computer set up in the corner. So we were all like talking and they had already finished and they were on dessert and stuff. So I don't know, still kind of fun, still get to see everybody. Got super nerdy. Started talking about World of Warcraft. My dad fell asleep. We're like, is he asleep? He looks asleep. And he's like, no, I'm not asleep. Like,
own it. Just own it.
Yeah.
We didn't get on any nerdy conversations. While I was making dinner, I actually cooked like early in the day. So while I was making dinner, I was watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. But so that's about as nerdy as I got it. That's a tradition.
And what did you think? What did you think? Because a lot of people were saying it was really sad.
I didn't think it was
on the Twitters.
Sad. I mean, yeah, it's sad that, there weren't throngs of people there, but had there been throngs of people there, I couldn't have watched it because it would have just made me so anxious.
Yeah.
But it was to me, it was kind of the same, just without the crowds because it's still those canned music acts and, it's the same thing. They're performing, the last, I don't know how long it's been like this, but all the performances are all like they do it in front of the Macy's and it's all, there's not a lot of like along the parade route stuff anymore anyway. So it was kind of the same to me. It's just kind of it doesn't feel right if I can't throw that on in the background. So That's what
Totally. Well, I always post. My sister Stephanie got to actually perform in it in 2012 because she's a former Radio City Rockette. So
That's right.
It's always funny because I'll be like, I need your video. I want to post the video, and like immediately, there's like never a hesitation. I don't know if she just always has that video like ready to go.
Send.
She's like, boom, there it is. I'm like, all right. But it's funny. They're like, which one's your sister? I'm like, the brown one, because Rockettes are notoriously very white.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's the black girl, and then there's Stephanie, and then everyone's.
We were able to find her right away when we were together. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She definitely stands out.
Yeah.
Stood out. I got to. Have you ever seen the parade in person? Like, have you?
I haven't done it in person.
Yeah. No. We did it. I did it once with my family when I was in high school. And then I went back when I was a freshman in college, and my friend Laura came to visit me back east. I was going to school in DC. And then we drove up to New York. No, we took the train to New York and then rented a car. And I don't know why we rented a car in New York, but we did. We rented a car in New York, and we're going to be staying at this is pre-cell phone. We're going to be staying at my cousin's house. She had offered, but we never, I'm a young and dumb, and we didn't really like solidify the plans. I had their phone number, but that was kind of it. And then we had another friend with us who was also from out here, but was out there going to West Point. So we all met up to watch the parade together, and then we were all going to hang out. And so we parked up the car, went to watch the parade. It was really cool. We got back to the car, and it had been broken into, and all of our luggage was gone because we were idiots and rented a hatchback. The rental car company must have just been like, idiots, we had a hatchback.
Oh my god!
So they could see our luggage in the back, and they're like, great. And of course, we had all our newest things, our cutest newest things, and we ended up spending Thanksgiving. We couldn't get a hold of my cousin. That was it. We couldn't, there were only specific times I was going to be able to get a hold of her. We didn't get a hold of her, so we were wandering around New York, like, what do we do for Thanksgiving? And ended up going
to a
Mexican restaurant for our Thanksgiving dinner. And we bought scarves on the street to change up our outfits.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It was pretty fun. The best part was that we, after it happened, both Laura and I were on, payphones calling our moms after it happened. And I'd been to New York before, and I'm on the phone with my mom, and we're kind of laughing about it. I was like, oh, it sucks, but here we are. We're in New York. Welcome to New York, right?
Yeah.
And then my friend was on the phone next to me crying to her mother. It's very sad. So that's I'd like to think I've gotten a little smarter since then.
Yeah, I would like to think that too.
It may not be true though.
I'm not sure about that though.
Yeah. I do a lot of stupid things now too.
Wow. Oh, but you're never gonna forget that though. I mean, that's that's classic. That's classic.
Classic idiocy. Yep.
That's amazing.
Cautionary tale.
Yeah. You don't need a car in New York.
Yeah. A, don't rent a car in New York. B, don't bring all your best things and then leave them where somebody can see them.
Yeah.
Also, make your arrangements ahead of time. So there. All of you young people out there, those are my tips for traveling to New York. Oh, also now you have cell phones, so it's fine.
Right. Oh yeah, and you have that.
I'll be fine. I suppose we should bring on our friends here, right? We have. Absolutely. Oh my God, we love these guys.
Yes.
Speaking of New York, one of them hails from New York via Canada, but we'll talk about that in just a second. We are going to bring on our friends, Jaye and Joe Macaskill from Pony Death Ride.
Pony Death Ride.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. They are joining us from 1955 today.
And thank you. They are joining us from the East Coast. And so they are, it is late night. Oh, hello, Cookie Party.
Hello, Cookie Party.
10 o'clock never used to seem late. But these days it does.
It feels like 4 a.m. now.
Look,
I know.
mean, 7 o'clock for us feels like 4 a.m. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we get it. We get it. We are gonna get off of this chat here and go to bed soon.
100%.
But yes, so thank you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Our pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you guys too. That was a great story about the parade, and that was a good one.
Yeah, it's a classic. It is. It's a classic. Yep. Dumb young girls. Yeah, like I said, I hope I've gotten a little smarter, but it's probably not. Maybe about that one thing. But so you guys used to be out here in San Diego.
Yes.
Joe, you're actually from San Diego, is that right?
I was born there, yes.
Chula Vista. Chula Vista.
My occasional boss, Robert Lopez Elvez, also from Chula Vista.
We went to the same high school, but many years apart.
I'm going to guess Robert was ahead of you.
Yeah, yes. I knew only of the legend by the time I was there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm
was
sure
he
seriously?
Was he?
Like,
what?
Had you heard about him already?
No. Actually, a couple of my brothers were in the same class as him, and they didn't remember him. But I wouldn't expect my brothers to know. They weren't cool. So
I think he was probably still coming out of his shell at that point. But he did tell us about. I remember him telling us that he sort of made his own platform shoes, like with cardboard and duct tape, made his own platforms, and actually
he must have stood out. He must have stood out.
I'm sure. Maybe for the wrong reasons at that point, but yes, I'm sure he did. So Vermont, though, you're in Vermont.
We are 4 months here now, so we've experienced.
How did that happen?
A range of seasons. We knew that living in California was not a long-term sustainable plan, unfortunately. My family is also from there, but I didn't grow up there. So we just sort of, at one point we were going to move to LA from San Diego, and then started to see some changes in the scene, like a lot of our connections moved away. And so
she means friends. Our friends moved away.
Well, people we performed with in shows and that sort of thing. And then so we started to get more real about it and decided to move somewhere with good health care and, yeah.
It had to be a blue state.
A blue state.
So it was the West Coast or out here, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Now, isn't everywhere blue now? We could have moved to Nevada. Who knew?
Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia. Yes.
Well, this is, very, very blue. There was no risk in that. But
no, that's for sure.
But, yeah, it's closer to Canada. I still have friends in this part of Canada. And, there's a lot of places out here we've never played. In fact, we haven't played any of them. So
the music scene out here is really, really good.
Yeah,
it's a really good music scene out here, and we've already met a bunch of musicians just per chance on the street or whatever. Like the people came in, they put up our lights outside, and it's like, oh yeah, we're in a band. Like everyone's in a band, so it's good.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great. So you guys gonna be performing there soon?
Damn it, Zoom. Okay, so yeah, and I'm totally unfamiliar with the East Coast. I've been out here once, like to Florida 30 years ago or something. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go. It sounded like an adventure.
Yeah.
So I just went along, If you move across country for somebody, you score points. So
for sure.
That's a big,
So far, so good though.
Yeah, but you were telling us some of your entertaining moments
Oh my
that
gosh.
you had out there. So we both Claudia and I think both pictured, Vermont idyllic and trees and the sea.
Yeah, I've driven through and it's beautiful, and Maine and Connecticut, like all those East Coast, states are just so pretty. But you guys have some interesting stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sort of the dark underbelly of Vermont is the sort of where we live. But it's so beautiful, and we're so close to downtown and the lake and everything. It's just there's a sort of a residual hillbilly kind of vibe around here. Not so much hillbilly, like urban, like skinhead, racist.
Oh. Cool.
There's a few bad apples amongst a beautiful neighborhood. The college is close, and there's so many beautiful places around, but definitely there's some sketchy neighbors.
I mean, I guess it's like anywhere, right?
And sketchy squirrels.
I've always had bad neighbors.
You have?
I've always had bad neighbors. It's kind of my thing, but this is definitely a new bar has been set by these folks.
Oh, yay! They win! Yay!
They win.
Now, one of them has died. One of the neighbors.
Oh, what did you do?
Just, how it goes with opioids.
Yeah, I mean, he was known. He would walk around the neighborhood shirtless all the time, and it wasn't uncommon to see him with the heart monitor things still attached to him, and so it was just, I mean.
Wow,
it's funny if you think about it.
It's just that kind of neighborhood. But we're really safe up here. It's like a fortress. So we have we're on the second story, and we just have a corner so we can see it all happening, and the door's in the back, so we're good.
Nice, good. Well, I'd say we miss you being out here, but we're still good to see you, and you've been part of our shows still, which is awesome. We love that. So.
Well,
yes,
I watch your shows fairly often. Like I like the Monday morning show, and I caught up in a couple of the Friday night shows recently. It's nice, being kind of voyeuristically involved in a conversation where there's no pressure to speak like there is right now.
Oh,
and that's
no pressure.
And that's weird. I'm breaking that wall.
Well, that's why we did it. We wanted to, keep in touch with our friends and the people that we did shows with during this, lockdown and quarantine. And so it's helped us so much, I think,
I think it's a real service. I mean, I hope other people are enjoying it as much as I am, because it is, who else is doing this? I don't know that many people, so I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. So I sort of wanted to just sort of delve into your background so the band is Pony Death Ride. If we didn't say that, I think I did, but Pony Death Ride. You guys are hilarious,
and it's there.
It's down there. Yes, go check them out on their website. We love you guys. Like you're right up our alley as far as like obviously being part of our shows. It's
so funny
you fit in perfectly. You're so funny. But you guys you guys were in separate bands, right? And you met playing gigs together. Is that right?
More or less. I mean, that's the short version. He saw my band one night. I saw his band the next night, and I was like, I remember you were at my show last night, and
I was staring at her because I thought she was cute, and I thought she looked really cool, and I was like, I want to meet that girl. And I'm sure it was obvious and probably very uncomfortable for her just having me sit, because I was by myself. I wanted to see
Jay?
some other bands.
Jay, give us a signal, Jay.
It's
just blink your eyes.
Well, it's funny because
it kept yelling out banana, and I was like, "Oh,
I don't get that. No,
safety word.
But yeah, because it was my band, there weren't many people in the audience. So Joe was like among probably 3 or 4 other people. So that's how when I ended up at this bar the next night, I was like, hey, you were that guy, the one guy at our show last night.
Yeah, he's noticeable. Joe is very tall. I know he is probably twice the size that I am. So
6'2".
Well, that would make me over 10 feet tall. No, but I mean,
it doesn't matter. Once you're over like 5 inches taller than me, it doesn't matter. You're like twice my size.
He just seems like normal size to me.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Jay's 5 foot tall, so when we stand by each other, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like my mom and dad. My mom is 5 feet tall. My dad's 6'3". So it's
yeah. It makes for a lot of weird photos. It's hard to get it balanced.
Yeah. I was. I mean, my current husband is not tall, but I had many tall boyfriends.
Your current husband?
Well, yeah, I've had a previous husband, and he was tall. He was like 6'4". So
the current does give the sound of there's a next.
Yeah, it does.
Like my current car.
Previous.
Oh, you're getting a new car.
That's what I got. I was like, oh,
yeah.
the one you presently own.
The one for now.
Much better.
We're looking forward to seeing on Sunday night.
Yeah.
One of these.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Strong guy.
We got our tickets.
Yeah. So those of you, I'm going to do a plug for it right now. There's
do it.
A movie that Dave Foley and Jake Hogan and Dave Higgins did called The Wrong Guy, directed by David Steinberg. It's hilarious. They're doing a reunion fundraiser for John Ossoff and Reverend Warnock. So please look for that. It's going to be a really good time. They'll show some clips. It's going to be also Mark Hamill is a guest. Seth Rogen is a guest.
I swear to God. Yeah. I swear to God, you guys.
I know.
So annoyed. I saw that and I was really annoyed.
Yeah. So that should be fun. I will be watching along with you. Jay, I wanted to ask you about the Burlesque Hall of Fame. Now, Joe, were you involved with that too? Is that Jay? You had that? We're doing that before.
All Jay.
Okay.
So I am currently on the board. It's my current board.
Yeah. Good. You're still doing some work for them.
So they are surviving so far. It's really tough for all nonprofits and especially museums. And, it's tough in a number of ways, but having to shut down and losing that revenue stream and all of this. But, it's just also with the current climate, people giving to different charities, museums are kind of falling to the bottom of the list. But, so far, so good. We have a pretty strategic, sort of plan. So hopefully we'll still be around, but who knows how long this thing's going to go on. So we shall see.
Yeah.
Hopefully those vaccinations will be around soon and we can go out and see a live Hall of Fame burlesque show again.
I know. And you performed at one, right? You came one year?
I did.
Yeah. You know what it's all about. It's a pretty crazy scene there. So that's our big
great.
Yeah.
It was very memorable. Yeah.
Nothing beats it. So that's our big annual fundraiser, and we couldn't do that this year, but we haven't committed till next year yet. So we'll see. Yeah. But thanks for asking, because
it's great. Yeah.
We're still alive.
Well,
cross your fingers. We'll get that Dolly Parton vaccine.
I know.
Jay, how can people find out more about the
well, we're on all platforms, but I think it's www.burlesquehall.com. And there's lots of cool merch, cool shirts and stuff to buy people for the holidays.
There's some really cute shirts. I can attest to that. I bought a few shirts. So.
I appreciate that. So always good merch and interesting stuff, but just keep an eye out and see what we're doing. So.
I love burlesque. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you guys have a new album out.
Can I tell you my favorite track so far?
Yes.
The Crispin Glover song, because I do have a crush on him.
I think it hits a note with a lot of people. I've known people with crushes on him, so I'm intimidated by him. But
it's a funny, the title is just funny in itself, which is how half of our songs. It's like, come up with a funny title, and then it doesn't matter what you say because
totally.
It's the inside trick. But we saw him perform about 4 years ago, and it was the most bizarre thing
Have you guys ever seen his live show?
No,
I haven't seen the live show. I've heard about it. Yes.
Oh, it's
4.5 hours.
No,
it was at least 3 hours.
3 hours.
But he wasn't done. He wasn't done, and the whole thing was ripping on Bob Zemeckis the whole time. Like it was.
He's got a big chip on his shoulder about that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. But you gotta go. I mean, it's an indescribable experience to see him. And he plays, he'll show some of his movies. He might read from his books. You just don't know what to expect.
But you're scared the whole time. You're scared of what's going to happen.
It's a very volatile situation.
Yeah.
I could see that.
We were at the Magic Castle one night together, all together. Not together, but we were in the piano room where Irma is, and my friend who I was with was like, Crispin Glover's here. I hear his voice, and I was like, okay, and he was. She recognized his voice. And we were like, oh my god, yeah,
wow,
we're crazy.
Hey, speaking of the Magic Castle, so Rob Zabrecki was the last guest or the one before the last?
Well, you guys?
He was the one before. Yeah.
So is he the one that does where he draws the bowling ball and then lifts up the sheet of paper and the bowling ball falls out?
I'm not sure
I've seen that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might be. But did you see him?
At the Magic Castle, pretty sure that was him in the bowling ball.
I can't get that trick out of my mind. It was like 10 years ago.
He's pretty memorable. I mean, he's pretty memorable.
Yeah. Well, and the hands too. He's got famous hands. But I want to read his book. So you sold me on his book.
Yes,
it's really great.
So good.
It's really great.
So good.
Okay.
And Handsome Jack's too. His is very entertaining as well. But the memoir by Rob Zabrecki is just. It's really great.
I want to read it. The Obama book is out now. I want to read that too.
Yes. I have the audio book because I just want to hear it.
You want to bask in the whole sensory experience.
I want all of it. Yeah.
It took me about 3 years to finish Audacity of Hope. It was super dry. I'm hoping this one. Did you guys read Audacity of Hope by
I
Obama?
didn't read it. No.
Oh my God.
I did. Yeah.
The last chapter was great. I'm glad I stuck it through, but man, years.
I mean, I'm not a quick reader anyway because I tend to fall asleep about a page and a half in. So
yeah, me too.
No matter how much I enjoy it, like it really doesn't matter. It's just that like you put a book in front of me, and I'm like it's the best cocktail.
It's a bummer. I try to read in the morning if I can, but I'm not usually successful.
Yeah.
Can
I ask you where Pony Death Ride came from?
I remember just walking down the steps of our old place and saying, hey, it'd be a good band name, Pony Death Ride. And that was, that's like,
it is a good,
it's a fantastic name. And that one just stuck.
But you guys like all the titles of your song. Like I just wrote a couple of them. Then Ben Stiller, Movie Killer on this new album. These are new album. I mean, that's a brilliant title.
Most of them are Joe.
Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy.
Joe.
Come on. That's great. Where were you when Buddy Holly died? We don't have kids. That's awesome. I mean, it's like your titles hook me immediately.
So good. Yeah.
It's part of the whole
it's calculated.
It's so calculated.
Yeah. Sure it is. Of course it is. I have a couple of photos I just wanted to show too. Because you guys are like the masters. Not only are your titles always great and the songs are very funny, but you're also really great at photos. I mean, look at that. Like, come on.
That's like a great Olin Mills.
Oh, totally. No, we did it at JCPenney.
You did?
Yeah.
It's authentic.
On purpose.
It's authentic.
Perfect.
That's great.
We've done a couple photo shoots there.
That is your first album, is that right?
Second.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look at that.
So great.
Yeah, that's taken from an old album cover. Oh, that one, yeah. Look at that.
That one's perfect. The colors and everything on this are great. But
yeah.
And then I just had to show this one because you were with our friends, Pat and Letty Beers from the Schizophrenics. Yeah.
I love that.
That's at the Lafayette Hotel.
Oh, yeah? It's very cool. Yeah. So I just loved all these. You guys are like, so great at just capturing. You really capture a vibe, and I love that.
Thank you.
And like right down to your video right now. Vintage look happening.
We are ideas people, but we don't really know how to do anything. So we just sort of.
You do.
but so like all of the album designs and everything, those are all friends, and we tell them very specifically what we want, but they do all the work, and we can never ever pull this off with it. If it was just us, our album covers would be just written in crayon and.
Well, we spent so long being in bands, opposite bands, and kind of doing the same type of stuff that when we finally, like we were living together and we're like, hey, let's start a band and maybe I'll play the ukulele and you can do whatever you want to do. And then, so we did it, but it was like, okay, but here's some things that, kind of at our age or how long we've been playing, we kind of need to mix things up. Elvis, same thing, did such a big change. And David Johansen, I thought I'd just put us right in the category of those heavy hitters. But it was like, 100%. Okay. And so Jay's like, well, we have to wear matching costumes. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. 10 minutes later, I'm like looking online. How about these? How about these? So it's kind of like song titles and image and how you look and all that. It's like having an awesome restaurant, but when you go inside, the menu's like, but people still go there because it's it's like the image is enough to where,
to draw you in.
You get to be too old to kind of be taken seriously, and it's just a straightforward indie rocker, at least that's how I felt. So I wanted to do something that my aging peers would also enjoy and not try to impress the kids with,
right,
whatever.
Makes sense. But to that
I
end,
just don't think I had anything to offer the kids, so.
Well, I'm glad because I love the product you've ended up with.
Yes.
It's just so great. And in fact, I want to show the video that was in our last show that you guys submitted called. So first of all, it was really funny that you sent in Cuddle Party because both Claudia and I hate cuddling.
We're not cuddlers.
Yeah.
We have talked about this many times. We cannot stand to cuddle. And not with just each other, like with anybody. We don't want to cuddle. It's sort of a bone of contention with Dave. Dave is like, wait, you'll cuddle the dog, but not me. I'm like, nope, not you, not cuddling.
Yeah,
no humans. No humans.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I would never go to a cuddle party. That's for sure. That would be my worst nightmare. Would be a cuddle party.
Yeah. So just the title was a nightmare, but the video is hilarious. So let's show that.
Okay.
Going here, I'm going to show that video because I think we need to. All right. Before we started, do you want to say anything about the video? Any?
It was made by our friend Jeff Forrest at Double Time Studios. And he has done some of our other videos, and he does a great job.
Okay, well, let's go.
Nothing.
What you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm looking for someone to hold my hand and just gaze into my eyes.
Oh, well, I'm looking for hardcore sex.
I know. Let's meet in the middle.
Do you mean
a cuddle party?
If you want to make friends where the snuggles never end, let's go to a cuddle party.
You're not looking for a man, so keep it in your pants. We're going to a cuddle party.
Feet to feet or a full body hug, and please do not be tardy.
Maybe some spooning or a nice head rub. We're going to a cuddle party. If it's a hug you deserve, then get up the nerve. We're going to a cuddle party.
There's a whole set of rules, so don't be a perv.
We're going to a cuddle party. No sex, no drugs, no wine, just women and men and a tray of Havarti.
Drop some acid so you'll be flaccid.
We're going to a cuddle party. It's okay if you're alone. We won't call you a loner. The only thing we ask is please don't get a parking ticket. You thought we were going to say boner.
But the parking there sucks.
Yes, PJs and no BJs here at the cuddle party. If you're here to fuck, then you're out of luck. It's only a cuddle party. But don't cross that line and you'll do fine. We'll see you in the puppy pile. Let's cuddle and mingle. This is why we're single. Here at the cuddle party.
You may be
Disappointed, and we understand your sorrow. This is not the dirty, salacious sex party you wanted. That's 1 week from tomorrow. And we'll be at that one too.
You bet.
Hey, can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
Okay, I have a question. So I've never been to a cuddle party before.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks so much. Nudity. Let's talk about nudity. Do I show up naked?
No, there's no nudity. It's not that kind of a party. You better make sure you read the rules.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
you're
great.
welcome.
I'll do that. Thank you, brother. Song sounds great, by the way.
Thank you.
I hate to do this. Can I interrupt you one more time?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I want to get everything right.
Of course.
Okay. So if I touch your arm, is that acceptable?
In some situations, it's okay to touch people's arms. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
And if I held your hand, maybe if we're really getting along good, is that?
Maybe.
Okay. I think I'm getting this. Okay. And can I cut off a chunk of your hair and just me sniff it and maybe eat
all
a
right.
little?
Listen. No.
What?
I'm beginning to think that you don't belong here.
well.
Did you come with someone?
Yes.
Or okay, what's
I
their
was
name?
invited by Pondro.
Yeah, there's no one here named that. I think you need to go.
Well, fine. But I'm going to take your shoes with me when I leave.
Oh, come on.
Hey, next time use the door.
Here at the cuddle party.
Oh, that's good.
Yay,
Yay.
for us.
I
Yay
rarely
for you.
listen to any of our stuff, so pardon me for seeming entertained, but it had been a long time.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh, so funny. It's so
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Where should people look for your new album?
Well, they could come out to Pure Pop Records in Burlington, Vermont. No, you can get it online at ponydeathride.com.
Great.
Or you can, if you just want to stream it, it's at Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Okay.
.com.
All right. So everybody go to Bandcamp or ponydeathride.com.
Yeah.
Get the new album. Get their old albums too, because there's so many great songs. You guys are so great.
Thank you.
We have the bundle with the ashtray you can get.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
We should have had an ashtray here so that we could hold up, but
well, we'll just make people go to the website.
The coffee table to get one. So.
Okay. We'll let you off the hook. Also, I just wanted to point out I think I emailed you guys after I watched the video the very first time. Say, is that the kid from Dennis the Menace? And it is.
No.
It is the kid from the original series. The one playing the accordion. Yeah, that's the kid from the original series.
That's amazing.
I can't remember his name, but I recognized him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that couldn't be him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, who's the older guy?
I don't know that. I only looked at
What kind of accordion was that?
That was an F-33 1958. I don't know.
That sounds more like an airplane.
It
did. Yeah. I had nothing.
For that song, all the stuff we sing about, those are actual rules for a cuddle party.
Wait.
We just took it from the rule book of the cuddle party.
There's an actual cuddle party thing? That's a no. That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. Yeah, there's here's the rules.
Is it like that tickle? Is it like that tickle documentary? Have you seen that?
Oh, that
sounds awful to me.
That sounds creepy. I've never heard about that before.
It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah? I will email you. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. So
the sex party sounds fun. The cuddle party sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's a whole set of rules. Yeah, but those are all actual. Once you dig, you're like, whoa.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. First of all, I didn't know cuddle party was an actual thing, and then to know that there's a rule book, that's even worse. That's even worse. Although I guess you have to have rules.
Yeah.
You want rules.
It's all very suspicious.
Gross. I think the word you were looking for was gross.
It's gross. I'm sorry. I hope we don't offend anyone. But
no, in fact, Crazy Uncle Joe, our friend Joe Utzler, says it's for folks who aren't ready to invest in the furry lifestyle.
Well,
so there you go.
But for those who are, we also have a song for that. We have a song called Furries, and it actually has a video as well. So
okay. We're going to go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
We rented all these furry costumes. Well, they weren't furry costumes at the time, but all these costumes, and all our friends were running around the park.
We bought a lot of furries costumes too, really cheap, gross secondhand ones. But
no.
We had so many of these. But just stored throughout our house. We had all these furry costumes that we bought at the Buffalo. It was a Buffalo
Breath.
Oh, that makes sense.
Costume shop, and we still have a few heads left, but that's it.
Calm down, Rich.
Graphics guy.
This is our graphics guy. He does all these graphics for us. Thank you,
yes,
Rich.
He's amazing.
But he has this comment here. Please tell me Pondro is real.
That's one of my proudest moments. It was off the top of my head. I remember what the hell did I?
It cracks me up.
Brilliant. Yeah.
The whole thing was improvised, and it just sort of magically, we were channeling some real fucked up spirits.
I've never said Pondro in my life. I don't know where the hell I am. But I'm proud of it. I'm like, whoa.
That's it. You were on the spot, and that would have been the real
No,
that's
Pondro
exactly what you would do.
My buddy Pondro.
Well, your next pet should be Pondro.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that as well.
Your pet squirrel. Your next pet squirrel.
You got to get that tattoo. You got to get a Pondro tattoo somewhere.
Squirrels
Pondro was here. Well, you guys,
random cats that hang out in our yard, so we could. There's a few we haven't named yet, so maybe we'll pick up.
there you go. One of them has to be Pondro. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was really fun to get a chance to talk to you. We're always just doing shows and running in and out, and I'm ordering everyone around. So this is kind of nice to just get to talk.
I know. Well, it was especially
a bootleg when they're like,
yeah,
go.
Yeah. Get out.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. This has been really nice. Yeah.
We're sorry to miss your Christmas show this year.
Well, but we're going to contribute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Joe, what are you drinking?
A subtle way of telling
Joe.
No, I just
Joe, what are you drinking? Billy Bratcher is asking, what are you drinking?
Oh, hi, Billy. Billy's our neighbor.
Oh.
He really is.
Oh, one of the.
Billy
what
is.
you got there, Joe?
No, he lives further up the street. He doesn't live down
Billy hates opioids. He's the musician to know in town is who Billy is.
So we're drinking because we didn't have much alcohol. And I thought, oh my God, you have to drink on this show. Everyone seems to drink. And so
well, by everyone
we're known for.
Well, the guest as I said, I watch the show quite regularly. And so we had cran strawberry juice mixed with Parrot Bay pineapple rum, and it's delicious.
Oh,
delightful.
delightful.
Really nice. Really
very
nice.
girly,
very
fruity. It's like cotton candy in a glass.
Ooh.
It's very, very tropical.
Yeah.
What are you guys drinking?
Well, I am having a hot apple cider with bourbon.
Oh, very nice.
Maker's Mark.
Vodka tonic. Vodka
No.
tonic. It's boring.
Don't be embarrassed, Claudia. It's all right.
It's boring.
I will say I just sloshed my drink around and it splashed on my glasses, so now I've got a little fuzzy one.
What kind of bourbon?
Maker's Mark.
No.
I'm an ambassador, you know. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for the question, Billy Bratcher.
Thanks for watching, Billy.
Look for Pony Death Ride in our Christmas show, Joe. Everybody.
We got
kind of funny.
We got something we're working on.
We're working on something.
Good. It will be on December 20th. Also, go order their new record, their new album, one way or the other, on Bandcamp or on ponydeathride.com.
It's on all the main streaming platforms.
Good, as it should be. And then please follow us on all the socials, and then subscribe to us on YouTube.
Like and subscribe.
And we will bring you more of this great stuff like these guys. So
yay.
Anyway. And then we'll see you Monday morning for our Monday morning check-ins at 8:30 Pacific time a.m. All right.
Yes.
Nice to see you guys. You guys take care.
Good to see you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's great to see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.